kill me.
I'm the martial arts film freak, and I watched Lionheart.
They think it's a game.
Hey, I got 3-1 against Lionheart.
He's playing for keeps. But now, he's facing the ultimate challenge.
That's him, a born killer, not some bum we picked off the street.
Well, this dude's already bad, they bodies.
I'll beat the guy, I have to. The rules are simple.
There's no rules.
The stakes are high.
What I did tonight, I did for my family.
You win. You live.
Now what's it gonna be?
Lionheart is a 1990 film starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, Harrison Page, Deborah Reynard, Lisa Pelican, I don't know, Ashley Johnson, Brian Thompson, and yeah, a bunch of other people who, that's the main cast, that's enough. And of course directed by Sheldon Latiche. So we're getting a new Jean-Claude Van Damme sort of comedy maybe film on Netflix at the end of the month. And I told myself, like, I'm going to do a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie for, every week of July leading up to this new movie. And then I realized, holy shit, as of recording this, it's like July 14th. I haven't even tried. So, I guess let's finally talk about a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Jean-Claude Van Damme plays Leon, who is a deserter with this French military, who hears that his brother has died in Los Angeles. His brother was somewhat of a criminal and was killed by some other criminals. He hears about his brother's death, and he wants to. He leaves the military to come home and take care of his brother's family and maybe get revenge, because of course it's a martial arts movie and we have to have revenge. And he makes his way into this sort of fighting ring kind of thing, not a literal ring, like a figurative criminal ring, where like he just runs into some guy paying people to like take bets and fight in the middle of the street, and he's pretty good at that. And so then that guy gets some connections to some other people, and then we meet Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat, and that guy's like, hey, fight for my league. And so they do, and then he stays there and he makes a bunch of money, and he gives the money to his dead brother's wife. This movie got pretty serious. Like, people acted hard. I am like somewhat proud of this movie. Like, there's definitely elements that I'm like, oh, this is just one of those Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. Like, there are very similar plot elements to other films, especially two of these French guys tracking him down because, like, we have to bring him back to be court-martialed. I'm pretty sure that's in Bloodsport. And then, of course, Bloodsport is Kickboxer, is The Quest, is something else. A lot of his movies are very similar, so that's why I was very worried about with some of this plot here. But then I'm proud of it for essentially taking elements of other Jean-Claude Van Damme plots and just placing them in kind of a more dramatic movie. And I'm also proud because, as I said, it's a martial arts movie. We kind of have to have revenge. From what I can remember, I just watched the movie today, I don't think he actually goes for revenge. I think he just wants to support his sister-in-law and his niece. Like, all the money he makes, he gives to them, and that's really all he cares about. He doesn't care about tracking anybody down who killed his brother to destroy them, to kill them, to end their enterprise, from what I can think of. I don't think the people running this fighting ring had anything to do with his brother's death. I think it's just all about taking care of his sister-in-law and his niece. And I was like, damn, no revenge. Well, all right. I was also surprised, again, like I said, people acted in this movie by the performances. I think a lot of the performances in this movie are quite good, and they distract from other things that I found very 90s and a little infuriating. The most infuriating thing was like a lot of like the racial stereotypes and stuff like that for minorities, specifically black people, really. Like a lot of gang members, and then like the one, his friend played by Harrison Page, Joshua, who's with him throughout the entire movie. Like, just the way he talks, he speaks in jive talking kind of thing, and then he like, I mean, maybe that, I can't, I've seen a lot of 90s movies, especially 1990, 1989, 1988. It doesn't really feel like a thing that happened too much in that era. But then, like, there's one moment where, like, he goes up to see his sister-in-law, and there's this, like, really nice kind of dramatic scene. And then he, like, comes downstairs back out to the street, and Joshua is just, like, leaning against the car eating a bucket of fried chicken. And I was like, I know that I'm looking at this with my 2021 millennial woke brain. But fried chicken? You couldn't have been, like, having a slice of pizza or a sandwich. We had to go with fried chicken. But I was genuinely surprised by a lot of the dramatic elements of this movie. I enjoyed them quite a bit. Jean-Claude Van Damme does a pretty good acting performance. I mean, he's not trying to be an English character. He is a French character, so he doesn't have to lean into, like, a bad English accent. He's not, like, an American hero in this movie, so that's nice. He just gets to be French Jean-Claude Van Damme. I know he's not from France, but you know what I mean. That was just, he was decent in this movie. I know he is a good actor when he wants to be. I've seen JCVD, and I love it very much. He's great in it. But yeah, the dramatic elements of this movie, I enjoyed. I wasn't just waiting for more fight scenes. I was actually taken aback by some of the plot. However, I have said before in other videos that I'm just not particularly a fan of a lot of Jean-Claude Van Damme style action. And that is my fault. I'm a much more of a fan of the heavy Hong Kong stuff. I'm a fan of the modern, faster stuff. A lot of the Jean-Claude Van Damme style choreography does not do anything for me. However, what I can appreciate is Jean-Claude himself. Watching that man move is glorious. You are not going to find a better just mover. His kicks, everything. It's all, he's glorious. He's fantastic. Just one of the best ever. I mean, I know, like, you know, we've got all those ancient legendary kickers like Huang Zhang Li and stuff like that. Ken Lo's fantastic, but man, Jean-Claude Van Damme looks great. One of the best. I did appreciate a little bit of the choreography. It wasn't all completely the same that we see in other movies. One day, I had a day where I watched, like, The Quest, Bloodsport, and Kickboxing, and just all the choreography, all the fight scenes were, like, the exact same fight scenes, and it really put me off. And then, you know, of course, I've seen, like, Cyborg and a little bit of Hard Target, and what is it, like, maybe From Hell or something like that. Just a lot of the fight scenes for me run together. A lot of them are very similar. This movie kind of had a little bit of different stuff going on. And like I said, just Jean-Claude Van Damme, that dude can move, and he just looks fantastic. That dude can kick, and it's great. So I don't particularly love Jean-Claude Van Damme's choreography, but if he's fighting, yeah, I'll just watch Van Damme fight. I really don't have much to say on the action here. Like, it's not his most innovative film in terms of fight scenes. I know a lot of people really love them some Van Damme fight scenes, and I get it. I really do. I get it. I see it. I see everything they see. It's just not my cup of tea, and that's okay. You know, I've spoken with people who they see a Shaw Brothers style fight scene and they hate it. They think this is trash. I've seen people who see a Bruce Lee, a Jackie Chan even, and they just can't get into it. I've seen people who can see a Scott Adkins fight scene and they're like, this isn't realistic, I hate it. And, you know, everyone's going to have their taste. For me, Van Damme, a lot of the stuff in the 90s, American martial arts stuff, a lot of it doesn't do it for me. But I get it if it does. I really do. Especially if it's Jean-Claude Van Damme, because he looks excellent. He is a fantastic martial artist, absolutely skilled in every movement, everything he does, he is great. It's the choreography that I don't enjoy. But watching Van Damme is wonderful. I am going to give this movie... I'm gonna go 2.75 Ashley Johnsons out of 5. If you don't know who Ashley Johnson is, she is the little girl in this movie, and I just immediately was like, I recognize that tiny face. It's a tiny version of a face I've seen before. And she is from, like, Critical Role and Avengers a little bit, and some other people who said they've seen her in some other stuff throughout the late 90s. She's Ellie in The Last of Us. Ashley Johnson's great. It's cool to see a little tiny Ashley Johnson. I enjoyed the movie for the most part. The fight scenes were enjoyable enough. Van Damme looks fantastic, and the plot, the story was actually pretty decent. You know, it wasn't exactly a Van Damme movie that we've seen 1,000 times before. I think one of his more different movies is something like Hard Target. The plot is so different, so out there, it's a most dangerous game story. Other than that, a lot of his movies I think of, it's just tournaments. And this movie is definitely a bit of tournaments. But you know what? That dramatic plot thrown in there, I liked it quite a bit. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. What did you think of Lionheart? What is your favorite Jean-Claude Van Damme movie? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. I know I've really never really done a Van Damme movie, and I'm excited to do this one. The most I've really talked about Van Damme is because other people are in a movie with Van Damme, like Assassination Games or anything with Scott Adkins or Michael Jai White or something like that. I'm just not the biggest Van Damme fan, so sorry I haven't really talked about much of his movies on a channel about martial arts films. Maybe I'll get to it some more. I'm definitely going to do one the week after this one, and then of course I'll cover his new movie coming out at the end of the month. Tell me your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Head over to Facebook, where there is the Martial Arts Film Freak Facebook page, Instagram Martial Arts Film Freak, Tristan_Glover on the Twitter, and Martial Arts Film Freak on TikTok, because I'm a grown man trying to be the coolest. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.